how to activate Kuva Liches and Parvos sisters. Now to activate a Kuva Lich, you're going to have the War Within quest completed. And you're also going to have the quest Rising Tide, which lets you have your Railjack after you complete it. Now if you haven't started your Railjack quest yet, the way you do that is you can come over to your marketplace and you can just type in Railjack. And then right there, you'll see this little Railjack Cephalon blueprint. You can purchase this for 35,000 credits, craft it in your Foundry, and then once you claim it, you can actually start the quest for your Railjack. Now to be able to activate a Kuva Lich, you need to run a level 20 plus Grineer mission, which the easiest one to run, the one I always run, is over here on Saturn, and you want to run the mission Cassini. It's a capture mission. You can complete your objective pretty quick, and you can actually activate a Kuva Lich out of here really easily. Now after you capture your target, what you're looking for is the lights flashing really fast. Now right there, you've seen the lights were flashing. You want to make sure you kill as many enemies as you can, as fast as you can. Now once you do that, you'll see a little new marker pop up on your screen. That'll be a Kuva Larvling. Now once you get to your Larvling, you want to take it down. And you can see what weapon it'll actually spawn when you spawn your Kuva Lich. So if you actually hold X to assassinate this, it would spawn, what is that right there? The Kuva Ayanga, which I don't want. Plus I still have to activate a sister after this to show you guys that. So, but if it's not the weapon that you want, you can actually just leave the mission, complete it or abort it, doesn't matter, and then go right back into it and you'll have a chance to spawn a different weapon. Now after running a couple times, I got the weapon that I wanted to spawn, so the Brahma. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn Lich. Do the little assassination. Now you can finish the mission or abort it. I usually just go and actually just finish the mission. Now once you extract from the mission, you're going to see this little scene here where he wants to talk to you. So now, after he's done talking to you, you should be able to open up your navigation. And then when you zoom out, you should see that Earth is now covered in like this red fog type thing. And you'll see these little symbols next to each one of these missions. So once you click on it, you can see that you can do the Mon Undock controlled territory. So the controlled territory missions are the ones you're going to want to actually run. Now before we start actually running some of the missions, and I'll show you how that works, I'm going to show you the progenitor list. It's right down there. Now you can see that the reason why I ran with Siren is I wanted to make sure that my Brahma was going to be spawned with a toxic stat. So if you go here, you can open up your navigation, or you can push your escape menu or start menu, pause menu, and go from there. But you can see right there, weapon bonus, 28% toxic. Or if you want electricity, you can run it as Volt. Or if you wanted straight up impact, you can use something like Wukong. It's got the whole list down there. Check it out and see and plan out your mission before you run it. Now before we go any further, you're going to need Requiem mods for your Parazon. Now there's 8 different Requiem mods, 9 of them if you include Aul, but you can only get Aul if you actually get the right sequence for downing your sister or your Lich. You have about a 25% chance of that dropping. You're going to need Foss, you're going to need Jahu, you're going to need Kra, Lok, Netra, Reese, Vom, and Zada. Now Aul is nice because it'll take the place of any one of these mods. It's like a freebie. So now to get those Requiem mods, you want to have Requiem relics. So if you click on this, you can see that we have a chance on this Requiem 1 relic. We have a chance to get Zada and Lok. On the number 2, we got a chance to get Vom and Jahu. And on the 3rd one, we have Foss and Reese. And then on the 4th one here, we have a chance of getting Kra and Netra. Now your navigation, you can run those Requiem relics just as you would a regular relic. So you want to scroll down until it says, so right there, Requiem Fissure. You want to make sure you're running the Requiem Fissures, running those Requiem relics, to be able to get those mods. Now if you don't have any of those Requiem relics, what you can do is click on your alerts tab up here and scroll down to these Kuva missions here, and you have a chance of Kuva and a Requiem relic. So you can see there, Kuva plus a chance of a Requiem relic, chance of, and chance of Requiem relic. Or if you really wanted to, you can actually buy those mods from other players in game. Now your arsenal, if you go to upgrade on your Parazon, you can see I've already had these on here from the last time, but I'm going to go ahead and empty it out because I don't know which mods I'm going to have to use to take down my Lich. So I've got that emptied out so I don't get it confused. Now right here on your Lich screen, you're going to see this little meter right here says indifferent. So as you go through and you kill the thralls in these controlled territory missions, it's going to slowly tick him off until he finally comes out himself for you to actually try to fight him. So let's go ahead and start by doing an exterminate mission. We're going to click here. We're going to make sure we do a controlled territory. And once you land, you're going to see a little marker on your map. So not only are you going to have to do the mission, but you're going to have these things called thralls appear in here, which are a little bit stronger enemies. So right here, we have one of the secret mercenaries. Once you down him, you can actually execute him. So mine didn't do a little animation. but he's down. And now you're going to get what's called Murmur. And that Murmur is what slowly unlocks and reveals which one of the mods you're going to use. Now right there, I'm hovering over it with my mouse right there. You can see that we're halfway to discovering what our first mod is going to be. Now, it's not going to go in the first slot because it's also in a special order that you got to put them in. So this mod could be the first slot mod, it could be the second mod, or it could be the third slot up there on the top of your Parazon. Now each mission has quite a few different mercenaries that you can take down, so you want to stay long enough to make sure you take down as many as you can, at least until they stop spawning. And by killing a bunch of enemies in the mission, you can actually spawn them in faster. Alright, so now you've seen in the missions, as you assassinate those thralls, or the mercenaries, you'll start to uncover with Murmur what your first mod is going to be. We actually uncovered Crawl, which is going to be our first mod, so I'm going to go to modify Parazon. Takes us right to it. So we're going to look for Craw. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. But it could still be wrong because you have to put them in a certain order. And the only way to find that out is to actually stab your Lich. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead. I'm going to go through. I'm going to see if I can uncover these last couple of mods here. And then we'll try to work through if we can get the order right or not. Alright, so here we are. We've got all 3 mods uncovered. All of these Requiem mods. So we've got Netra, we've got Craw, we've got Yahoo, I guess that's how you say it. So let's go ahead and put these on there. So we're on our Parazon, we got Crawl, Netra, now we need this one. Alright, now we're not done yet because we have to find the order in which they go. Let's go see if we can attempt to stab him. Alright, so here he is. So we gotta take him down. Now you can go up to him. Let's see if we got our first mod right. We got it right. Gotta knock him down again. Alright, so the second mod is in the wrong spot. So now this means he ranked up, he gets a little bit stronger, tougher to kill. So let's go ahead and finish this mission, and then we're going to have to go to the next planet, because once you fail a stab, he moves on to the next planet. Alright, so here in our list window, right here where we've got the mods, you can see that the second one was, what was that, Netra? So yeah, Netra is in the wrong spot, so we need to modify our Parazon. So we're going to take Netra. So Craw was right. It went through. So we need to swap these 2 around. So this should be right now. So Jahu should be second and Netra should be third. So now all we got to do is go to series right here. And we're going to run some of these missions until we actually annoy him enough that he'll come out in the mission and we can attempt to stab him again. All right, so we got him back in here. Let's go ahead and stab him. So we know Netra's first. We took him down. There we go. Yahoo or Jahu, whatever you call it, second. And then our last mod should go right on through. There we go. Now you can see down there, it flees to Saturn Proxima. So now this is where you get your Railjack. Now we can go up here to the top right hand corner in our navigation. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on solo so I don't have to have anybody joining me while I'm doing this. But he's going to be on Saturn Proxima. So you come over here, you can see that little red dot there. Kuva Lich confrontation, that's what you want to click on. Now just like any Railjack mission, you're going to have to kill so many ships and cruise ships to be able to confront the Lich at the end. So let's go ahead and take care of this. Alright, we finished taking out all the ships. Now we just need to head over here to do our confrontation. Alright, here we are. We're going to take him down, vanquish him, and take his weapon. So we want that Brahma. So we're here with our Lich, we took him down. He's kind of facing through the floor, isn't he? All right, now we're going to vanquish him. You can convert and get him on your team if you wanted to, but you don't get your weapon. All right, now we can extract. And once you get back to your orbiter, you're going to see that you have a communication email right here where I've got my Brahma now, or whichever weapon that you were going for. And you can actually go pick it up and claim it in your Foundry right off the bat. So let's go here. Let's type in Brahma. Right there. So now we can just click on it and claim it. Now it's in our inventory. So now that we've covered everything basically for the Lich, let's go over how to do a Parvos sister. So the same with the sisters, you want to make sure that you have the War Within quest completed. You also want to make sure you have your Railjack, and you want to make sure that you have the Call of Tempestarii quest completed as well. Now the easiest way to activate a sister is you want to run over here to Pluto, and you want to run the capture mission Hydra. Now in this mission, you want to look for this golden hand right here. So you want to open up the Granum Void. You want to use a Zenith Granum Crown. It's gonna suck you in there. And you wanna make sure you at least get 25 kills in here. So you got specters that will fly at you in here, and you wanna make sure you kill at least 25 of them. Now you can use Mesa in here, or you can use like Revenant and his laser fingers. I just popped in here with Wukong, with the Zorus. You can get it done just as easily. But you want to make sure you get at least 25 kills of killing these specters in here. Right over there in the left-hand corner, you can see I've got 51. Alright, now that we've extracted, now just like a Kuva Larvling, we should have a little sister specter type thing up here soon. Right there. We just got our spawn in as I was capturing my target. So let's go find her. Alright, there she is. You got your candidate right there. Take her down. Now, as soon as you take them down, you can see the weapon floating above their head. If it's the one you want, you can go ahead and finish them off and then extract from the mission, and you will have a sister spawn. So once you extract from the mission, it's going to give you the scene just like it would with a Lich. And then if you go to your navigation afterwards, you can see that the sister has taken over Venus to start out with. So basically, just like a Lich, you want to make sure you uncover these mods down here by doing those controlled territories and taking out the thralls or the robot dogs or whatever you want to call them. And then once you get those mods uncovered, try to find the correct order, and then you can confront your sister later on after you get the mods and the order correct and get your weapon. Now I know, like I said, this is a little bit longer video. This took me a couple hours to actually do to go through the Lich process all over again, but hopefully this helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys next time.